Okay, welcome back to our campaign of Coriolis, the Third Horizon. We are. Oh, I always put it so far away. Why do I do that? Ah, we are running the first part of the Emissary Lost campaign. This is Mercy of the I'm sorry, the Mercy of the Icon. The first part is called Emissary Lost. And interestingly enough, the characters are currently at the emissary's resident, and they seem to be lost. So it looks like the title was appropriate. So we have the crew of the Sacred Oasis. They have been asked by a pretty powerful member of the Coriolis space station, a judge, to kind of quietly investigate what they're already kind of were investigating anyways, which is the apparent kidnapping or at least rounding up on some level of those who are showing signs of what's being called the mystic's disease. Uh, a lot of religious radicals believe that they noticed a spike in this, or it started to show up right around the time that the emissaries came public. One of which claims to be the icon of the judge, the emissary that was on the Coriolis space station, who many call the messenger, has gone missing. So the party has been at their residence for the last hour or so, investigating. There's as I just mentioned, signs of violence. There's blood. They found some holes, bullet holes in the wall, and various other clues. But I'll have you guys introduce your characters and maybe say a little bit about what you remember from 2 weeks ago when we did it, and we'll fill in blanks and stuff as we go. So I'm just going to start at the bottom here. Well, at the bottom of the screen, and I will have Yang introduce his character, Ramon.
Right. My name's Young. I play Rahman Al Qasim. He is a gifted Zenithian pilot from Koa. He claims to be the best pilot on this side of the third horizon. And despite his conceit, he's fairly good natured and he loves desserts such as baklava and knefi. However, he is a adrenaline junkie and he takes stupid risks with himself and the ship and the crew, even when it's not necessary. Right now, he's in the apartment trying to figure out what the heck really happened, and he's looking at all the blood prints. And he has gone outside of the apartment to look for the direction that the blood stains are leading.
Excellent. Uh, Coming up next across the bottom there is Crystal. Tell us about your character.
I am playing Cyrus Toima. She is a scientist, technician. She's basically the engineer for the Coriolis. She has her left arm is a robotic arm from an accident, press accident from when she was younger. She built the arm herself, and now she owes the mafia a lot of money. Though currently, she has just left a fancy dinner, and with help from her captain, she actually has her hair done up nicely, and she's wearing a kind of fancy evening dress, and she has a skin sleeve which covers her robotic arm, so it looks a bit more human. It would be you'd be able to tell if you looked at it, though that it's a bit out of place. Um, and that is Cyrus.
Excellent. Nikki, tell us about your character. What's going on?
Amira is captain of the Sacred Oasis. She is very protective of her crew and loves them all very dearly, but especially Saeed, who was her bodyguard when she was a courtesan on Coriolis Station. And she, when she walked into the emissary's apartment, started hearing a song in her head that she ended up playing for the group on her Charu lira. And she has discovered that others have also heard the song. They're all anonymous, but they've heard it and they're posting about it on various places. And she also remembers that they heard the song right about when they learned the emissary had been or had disappeared when they were on the roof with the rum. So she is very interested in finding out who's hearing the song and for what reason and who's broadcasting it. And that's Captain Amira.
Excellent. Yes. All right. You are the only one of your crew, anyways, that is hearing it currently. Mike, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Saeed Hafiz. He is the gunner of the Sacred Oasis. He's also the former bodyguard of Amira and has a deep relationship with her and a sort of a brother sister relationship. He is a little puzzled right now. He's got a lot of things going on in his head, having met some important people, and he's had some inner struggles with things that he has learned recently. He's particularly a little troubled by the fact of all the blood here and trying to match up bodies. And it appears that maybe the emissary actually bleeds. And so a bleeding emissary poses some questions for him. If it's actually the blood of an emissary. So yeah, so that's where he's at. He's just trying to suss things out.
Excellent. So, right, there was a bit of information that you had pulled up so far. I'll kind of go through what I remember that you know, and if there's something else, you can chime in. You had noticed that there was blood of many people, right? You also could tell that, or it seemed that where, in looking at Area 2, you guys can see Area 2 right here on the map, kind of those steps and everything, you could kind of see that where there's a lot of blood, it almost seems like whoever bled there didn't move around. Like it's not, there is a drag area, like where somebody clearly was dragged from Area 4, which is kind of the main seating area. But whoever got dropped in Area 2 probably stayed where they dropped. And outside, Rahman did see that there was blood further down the path of 1. And that was also the case. Like they probably got hurt and then walked that far and then dropped there. Meaning that there's probably at least 3 people that were hurt that you could tell. You also could see that there was tons of bullet holes in the mural, which is on the wall over here. Oh, no, am I going to click on the right thing? Over here. But whoever was shot over here. And these are all windows, and none of them are broken. Nor are there any bullet holes on that side of the room. So that's kind of a little odd, I think you guys noticed. And also, there are many books that seem quite valuable and irreplaceable that have been destroyed, possibly by some kind of a weapon, like a Dura knife or something to that effect. Also, I think that you had noticed that there are security cameras, but they had no footage because they were turned off. And you were told that there was the computers and stuff that run that are down kind of below in the basement area, which you had not checked out yet. I think that's basically where we're at. And you found the ceremonial items. There was some kind of a ritual or something that was possibly taking place with a bowl, some couscous, and a candle, and some other items that you associate, or the Mirians associate with a ritual of transformation. So yeah, while you're here, you also have the adjudicator, who lets you in and is kind of hanging out. I think she's there if you needed to cross-reference or get any support from her. Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Also, before we get started, let's just keep in mind our group power. 'Cause, like I brought it up last time, but I just want to bring it up at the beginning this time. We have truth seekers, so we can get a hint at the point of a darkness point,
That's correct.
just in case we need it this session at some point.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, you can use that. You don't want the first session, which is fine with me.
Either way, Cyrus is totally up for going down to the basement in order to check out the security systems and everything.
I think we had decided we should do that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can definitely do that. Again, the adjudicator whose name is Akuba, and she has that badass armor.
Yes.
She has access. They've changed all the locks and stuff. She has access though, and she's able to let you in. It's basically a door that, I mean, it's not like it's hidden, but it's, it's kind of concealed into the wall, so it looks more fancy. So you don't see this giant door there, but it's pretty easy to spot. And she kind of says, "This is the basement door here," and she flips up a panel and puts the pass key, the code into it, and it slides into the wall. And of course, once it does, lights light up, and you can see that there's a set of stairs going down. It's simple and plain, nothing fancy. It's a basement.
Are there any like blood on the stairs or anything?
No, there's nothing no blood on the stairs as far as you can tell. You can make actually a roll if you'd like. You want to do an observation roll, see if it's any, but there's nothing super obvious.
I mean, if there's nothing
want
super obvious, I'm not gonna look. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Like, if it's not super obvious, I don't think Cyrus
Yeah.
would,
Right. I mean, if you're asking, like, because all the other blood is very obvious that you've seen. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's blood near the door, but there's none on the door, and you don't see any on the stairs when you first open the door.
Okay. Cyrus is going to take her heels off before she goes down the stairs so that she doesn't trip and kill herself.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you can do that. So you take your heels off. Is everybody going down together? The whole team's going to go down to the basement.
Raman is.
Yeah,
Say
I would
this.
come.
Fair enough. All right, yeah. I mean, you go down. Like the rest of the house, there's not much here. Typically you would imagine people who have storage like this use it to put all the things that they're not currently using. Extra linens. Any stuff they've collected for various holidays or anything like that. But the space itself is there's nothing. There's no boxes of stuff. There's no extra things. It's basically a small open space. It is the only thing of note that you see is a small table with a small computer sitting on it. Otherwise, it's literally absolutely empty.
Cyrus is going to go over to the computer. And she's going to hook her computer up to it so that she can work with it.
Okay.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead. Don't.
I guess the first thing that she'll look for, unless Amira tells her differently, will just be like basically the last recordings that were taken. That's in its memory banks and stuff.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you plug your computer in. That's pretty easy to access. I mean, it's basically the computer that handles all that. And you're watching you roll back, and you can see that the all the cameras, not just the ones right in front of the door, but this whole like area. Because I remember, if you know, last time they had the emissary in this one apartment, but they had emptied out apartments around the area, so it was pretty deserted. So that whole block's worth of all the ways from like this apartment, the couple that are around it, and then all the ways to like basically what is essentially the wall. Because the way that the floor is set up is you're in a spaceship, but it feels like it's outside, right? So there's like plants and there's trees and walls and stuff, but as you get closer to the edge of the Coriolis space station, that's where all like the space stuff is, like all the gravity controllers and oxygen, vents and stuff like that. So even all the ways out to like that area is controlled by this or was shut off. So you don't see any. You're kind of looking in the area. You do notice though, right before it was shut off, the last person that you see coming up is somebody who you would probably we don't no nobody has culture except for Amira. Right? Amira, go ahead, roll culture.
Oh,
Okay.
I developed it.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Roll
I also took one in culture.
okay, yeah, everybody has culture can roll culture to see if they recognize who this person
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, would it be? Is it like a famous person or something?
It's somebody that you'll know if you have culture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One success.
Oh, look at that. You don't know who it is, yeah. Saeed
I
is
have
not
no
paying attention.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two successes.
All right, so awesome. Yeah, you guys recognize it. It's a pretty well known person. It is the Zenathian hegemony's ambassador to the council. His name is John Quasar. You see him coming up towards the residence. The footage dies. Like you see him basically walking up to the door. The footage stops there, and it doesn't come back on until you see, several hours later, when it comes back on, you see the adjudicators and stuff there, and there's blood everywhere, and everything. Whatever's happened just happened.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You would know. That this is a thing because you got two in your thing. That because he is an ambassador, he's not going to be easy to get to. If because they have essentially immunity. So you know that like even though you have a connection with the judge, it's not so easy to just be like, well, we saw you here. You're gonna if you want to see him, you're gonna have to tread delicately. We'll say that because you got two successes there, Amir. I'm sorry, Christian.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like when Cyrus sees him and she recognizes, she's like, "Oh my God, I actually know who that is. I know who that is. I know who that is. That's John Quasar. He's an ambassador. Oh wow, I knew something for once."
You can see too that it was they were all the stuff was shut down by use of some kind of a data meme. And if you want to, you have data gen, right? If you want to make a hard data gen check, so -2, you might be able to get information.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, not unless you want to call upon the blessings of the messenger, which would be
Let me
appropriate, I guess.
see. Yeah, I might actually want to do that. I mean, I have pretty good with my wits and everything. I still have a 5, so yeah. What? I'll pray to. It's the messenger, right? That's data gen.
Yeah.
So
That's correct.
I'll pray to the data gen. Like, oh, come on, messenger, help me to figure this out. And messenger is not listening to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are not able to like track what kind of meme. You just know that it was a data meme. Anybody else with data gen could try, but you're it's beyond what you're capable of.
Well, Raman steps up and he's like, "Oh, perhaps I should give it a try too." And then
Oh,
he goes.
hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Well, never mind. I was going to ask if I could get a 1 for my computer, if I could roll like 2 more D6s, because I forgot to do my computer. But
yeah, you can do it. Go ahead.
well, I mean,
wow.
he critically succeeded,
Well,
of course. So.
With 5 6s and 1 2. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I still would have failed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And Raman walks up there and says, "Oh, I believe the syntax is this, and the syntax is that, and a little space in the equation. Oh, there we go." And then he improves upon Cyrus's algorithm.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, I'll just go upstairs and be useless somewhere else.
What you notice though, Cyrus, because this is something that you had been dealing with before, and maybe that's why you didn't notice it. It kind of maybe you were just like you were blanking on it. Is when you were trying to tap into um, the cameras at the sanatorium, um, you actually saw like a similar type of syntax, and you would know. I mean, with the critical success there, Ramon, you would know possibly because of your time as a pilot, like a fighter pilot, that this is actually the type of meme that the order the the order of pariah their cruisers use when in space warfare.
You say mean, like are you meaning like in what context?
So a data meme in the context of Coriolis is basically like a virus. Not exactly that, but it's basically a program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
Raman
It's
says,
not a funny picture of somebody pointing at something and saying.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah.
No.
the Raman says, the reason why I would recognize it is because I've seen this back when I was flying with the swallows, and he points out certain symbols and repeated codes and says that belongs to one of the space cruisers.
Oh, this is. You know what this is? This is actually a virus. It's pretty popular among what Order of the Pariah. Yeah, I believe that they use this quite a lot. Actually, I saw something similar to this. Where did I see it? I remember. I saw something like this, and she'll like pull up some history from her computer back on the sanatorium website. See right here, same almost exactly the same coding.
We suspected they may be involved,
So they
given how
must
they feel about
be.
emissaries.
Yeah.
Well, maybe then this means that the sanatorium, maybe they're innocent after all. Maybe they're just being hijacked.
It's quite possible, and that would explain why you didn't see anything on their website about being able to help people with mystic powers.
Is there any chance I could trace this meme back to its source?
Yeah, just the source is what I just explained.
Oh, I meant like,
It's
could I trace it to like an IP address or something like that?
No. I mean, it was locally. You think it was locally like Bluetooth or whatever? I mean, they're not Bluetooth clearly, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was put in locally, like somebody nearby did it.
Okay.
So no, we can't do that,
Well-
especially since you failed.
Okay.
There you go. That I sent you a data meme.
Daniel, we haven't heard anything about the ambassador being missing, have we? On any of the news or anything? Johara Qatar?
No, definitely not. And if you were to ask the adjudicator that's with you, she could check in, which would just take a few minutes, and she would check if there's been no report of the ambassador being.
You'd think that would be news, right, Saeed? If an ambassador went missing.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. So it's possible he left alive.
Yeah, because I know Nana never said anything about that, so or Miss Elite, I should say.
She smiles at you. That's interesting. I wonder what the Gemini's role is on all of this. I had to deal with them a lot, my parents on Kua.
Yeah.
They're not always nice.
Yes. find this a little difficult that this isn't, you would think with so many implications, this seems pretty obfuscated.
Yeah. Well, we can't get to Kassar himself very easily, so we're going to have to figure something out. Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you just. Oh, sorry. Good.
we do know a few reporters.
We do.
We do have a few contacts that we could talk to that they might be able to get close to him. Yeah, I mean, who was that other woman that was? I mean, we delivered all those papers.
We can also talk to the people at the temple.
Yeah,
The courtesans know just about everything, so talk to them.
yes, and I'll let you do the talking because I think you do that a lot better than I do.
Well, yes, and they know me there, at
Yeah.
the Coriolis temple.
Yeah. And
If if Cyrus, well, I don't know.
What? Tell me your ideas, Cyrus.
Well, like, okay, so programmers always typically tend to have like a certain way they code. It's it's basically like a fingerprint sort of.
Mhm.
So my
Yeah.
thought is, if I were to somehow maybe put this on, if I were to maybe ask around, I might be able to find information on someone who codes in this manner, which could lead us to a person,
W-
perhaps.
Well, I'm sorry, maybe it's not clear. Do you have that information? What Rahman told you? That's basically what you're describing is the fingerprint. He can tell that it's the fingerprint is Zelosian.
Okay.
And it's basically used by the Zelosian military, which of course the Order of Pariah is also from Salos. So
Okay.
basically,
All right. I
it's
get what you're
clearly
saying.
all those things lead to all of these signs that you can see from the data meme lead to the fact that it seems to have a Zelosian fingerprint, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
And that's where they want to try the emissary, right?
That is also true.
One of them, anyway.
Right, the
One.
one that's that's claimed to be the judge. This emissary has never claimed to be the messenger, but many people do call this emissary the messenger.
Right.
But they themselves have never claimed that.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't want you to go around, investigating something you already knew. So you know that already.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Let me know.
Yeah. It might have just not been clear. So yeah, that's basically what he found was that it has clear signs of that.
Okay.
do we know if there's
Well-
any cruisers been parked out there? We're not seeing anything. Military cruisers parked outside, right?
No. No. Not as far as you know.
Yeah.
While Cyrus is here, and since she's plugged into the computer,
Yep.
could she make herself a backdoor access
To this computer?
to this installation? Yeah, to the security installation. I mean, she may not need it, but better safe than sorry.
So you could get in remotely, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Make a data engine. That'll be difficult because they're clearly watching it. If you don't want them to know that you did it, this is under the what do you call it? Okay. The adjudicators are like watching this area, so if you want to do it without them knowing, you'll need to make a hard dedigen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
I mean, you'll basically be able to do it, but if you fail the dedigen roll, then it's not going to be secret. Like they're going to know you did it. So you'll just have to, you won't know that, of course, meta.
Okay, yeah. Cyrus is still gonna try. I mean, as far as she's concerned, they have no idea what she's doing with her computer stuff. So,
yeah.
Limited success.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you did it. With limited success, you did it. Nobody's recognized it yet. It does not, it's not bulletproof, but hopefully you won't.
But I at least think that it's well hidden.
You know that it's hidden enough that yeah, exactly. Well, you think it's well hidden, but it's hidden enough that if you don't have to access it, you're definitely going to be fine. And if you do, you're probably going to be fine.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll keep that information secret for now, of course. But once we get out of here, I'm gonna let Amira know, just in case I forget to bring it up later. Like I'm gonna let you know, Amira, that I did that.
Okay, thank you for telling me. I didn't think it was smart. Okay, so write that down.
So let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any more information about this that I can give you. Yeah, that's pretty much what I told you about the enemy is pretty much all there is to know.
If we look back, I don't know if they'll say anything, but if Cyrus goes back like the past few days and kind of like fast forwards through, security footage for like a few days, is there anything odd that like with the security or, any people coming around or anything like that stands out?
You can make an observation, but if you're going to fast forward through 2 days worth in a few minutes, then I'm going to say it's at -2. So
Okay.
I mean, that's a lot of data.
Fair enough. All right. She can at least try it. Can she save this data to her computer, or is the adjudicator going to allow that?
I mean, you could ask them. She's standing right there looking at you.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try the observation, and then I'll ask about the thing because I might as well just try. Observation. Oh, limited success.
Yeah. Yeah. So you flip through. It's pretty dull. The the emissary that some call the messenger, seems to leave, in the morning and come back several hours later. You could probably connect that to the time that they spend in the council. Nobody really comes to visit. They do have a which the adjudicator could point out, because they're watching it with you. They've got like a delivery service or whatever that brings whatever they need, and once that service comes with what appears to be food. And other than that, nobody. It's pretty much, and also of course, it ends with you seeing the ambassador show up. But yeah, okay. I mean, pretty much nobody visits the emissary at their home.
All right. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, and then Cyrus will start to copy it, and if them, and she's not really going to ask, and she'll just say if the adjudicator, if the adjudicator says something, then I guess she'll stop. But
okay. Well, let's see if they notice. We do their observation. I mean, first one. Okay. Yeah. You copy it. All right. Anything else you guys want to do? Like, I think I don't think I mentioned it this session, but they're doing like they took samples of the blood, and they sent it to the lab. So they will get those results. Anything else that you want to investigate in this particular area, or did you want to go somewhere else? What do you guys want to do? Oh, you were following the blood, right, Ramon? You were trying to, anyway. So that's where we left you, and then we never did.
Yeah.
Ramon, go ahead and roll observation to see if you could actually have done that.
All right.
Yeah.
See, there we go. Observation.
Yeah, you don't really see a lot of blood. So at first maybe you're a little bit like oh no, I'm not gonna find it. But then you kind of like look and you can see like maybe like 10 meters down the thing. You think you see something. So you're like everybody else is doing stuff and you're just kind of walking away from the party. And you do see more blood, and then you kind of follow the trail slightly, and you see that it actually leads to you see a little bit more blood right at the edge of the no, I was just describing this earlier. So at the edge of basically the land, where it looks all beautiful, there's like a rock wall. And then if you like look over the wall, which is where you see the blood, you see that there's all like the air conditioning systems and all that stuff hidden back there. And as you're looking around back there, though, you don't see any more. So, uh, with a limited success, you basically know that it went in that direction, but you don't know if they went down one of the ducks or something. You have no idea which one.
Yeah, he returns to Amira and the rest of the party. He says, Amira, I believe I've found some more signs of blood in that direction. It led me to the edge of the soil, but beyond that, I could not determine exactly where they're headed.
Hmm.
And he says, do you want to come and take a look?
I do. Thank you, Ramon. Yeah, I'll go look too.
Okay. Yeah, the adjudicator's interested. She heads over there as well. Yeah, you can look. You can roll observation if you want. See if you can pick up anything. That, of course, now it's more difficult over there, so it'll be -2.
Okay, so that's 4. One success.
Oh, okay, also limited. Yeah, you're looking around and you can actually see. It's like you're thinking like, okay, now I don't see anything, but then you do actually notice, um, on one of the like ducts, you can see that it's got like it's like a vent, right? And you're looking and you see that one of like the vent fins is like bent, as if it was like forced or pulled or whatever.
Oh. Can I take a closer look at the vent and see if it's
Yeah,
been like taken off and yep.
yeah, you just have to jump over the wall. I mean, you can do that. It's safe back there. People work back there. I mean, safe is relative, I guess.
Right. I want to take a look.
Yeah, yeah. You jump over it, and yeah, sure enough, you look at it. You can tell that this vent cover, normally they've got like a couple of screws and whatever, and this one is missing the screws. And from the looks of it, looks like somebody might have like grabbed the fin and like to lift it up, and they bent it when they did it. It's pretty subtle, but it's definitely bent. And of course,
Okay.
when you look down in there, you see a ladder going down, and of course, the adjudicator's there too. And she says, "Oh, these vents could go anywhere. They run through the entire space station. A lot of times, the vent rats are crawling around in there trying to get to different areas, but they don't come up to the spire." And you would know that she means like the kids. Actually, you met one.
Yep.
Yeah, the kids that move around through the vents. But she said that's why we have security up here. They don't come to the spire, of course.
Of course. But somebody went this way.
Yeah, this looks very suspicious.
Yes, it does.
Well, perhaps we should make our way down.
But it could go anywhere, I think, right? From
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah, but
goes down though, and it's pretty likely based on what you're seeing here. I mean, with that, with the knowledge and that you guys have, and also with Adjudicator, that this is pretty clearly where whoever did the deed came from, which means they're very likely not in the spire anymore.
right, but the blood trail brought us back here, right?
That's right.
yes.
So there might be, it might take us a little bit longer to find it, but there might be drops of blood that can still lead us in the direction.
Yeah, if you want to crawl through, you definitely could. look in there, follow that trail if you'd like in your fancy clothes.
That's okay.
Yes.
Clothes can be cleaned and replaced and repaired. If you would like to, Saeed, I mean,
Oh, I would. I
okay.
would.
Nice.
And yeah, so he'll take off.
Said is an awfully. Said is an awfully big fella. Do you think he would fit in there?
Yeah,
Well,
he does. He fits.
I could go.
Are we all there too?
I would assume you are, yes, unless you decide not to go.
I mean, Cyrus will say that, like she'll go as well because she has a proximity sensor, so she might could sense if anyone is down there or anything.
Okay. Well, do you want to lead the way, Cyrus?
I mean,
I
I don't mind following you. I mean, you're the one with training is all I'm saying, but I mean, I can use my proximity sensor.
yes, and sometimes technology is a little bit better than training.
Well, I mean, I'll go if you want me to.
Boss, what about us? Should we follow Said and Cyrus?
Oh boy.
Also, Cyrus has your dress on him, right?
Yes, that's okay. It's just a dress.
Yeah, when you pull up the thing, like I mean, you know that this is basically the humidifiers and the air system is here, so it is kind of like covered in this kind of like film of like algae, and I mean, it's not. You could definitely climb if you take your time, but it's definitely a dirty area to climb into, but I mean, it's certainly safe in a sense because this is how the maintenance people do it. I mean, you're not climbing through a tube. There's like a ladder there.
Right.
I mean, you are climbing through a tube, but I mean, it's not like you're climbing in the actual vents. You're climbing like a work area.
Yeah, I think we should probably go, Ramon. I don't think splitting up right now is a good idea.
Cyrus is gonna take the dress and like basically pull it out and then like pull it under her and tie it around her waist. So it basically kind of makes like a pair of shorts.
So she's girding her loins.
Yes.
And then she will proceed to climb down.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Raman is also wearing one of those long robes, so he's
Right.
also girding his loins.
Right, you're all girding your loins.
Amira watches as Cyrus girds her loins with her dress.
Well, that's how you gotta do it. Okay, so did you want the adjudicator to go with you, or do you want her to bring back the information that she's got, and you can? Because she got the blood. Well, actually, that was already sent, I guess. So she can come with if you want, or unless you want to send her to do something else.
No, she can come with us, unless
Okay.
anyone else can want her to do
Yeah,
something else. But
I mean, she might be the only
Yeah.
one that's armed too. I think. I don't think you guys had any weapons with you because you were all. I mean,
That's
with
true.
any guns, I would say.
Yeah.
Raman has that accelerator pistol.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I shoved it in your hat, on your not your hat.
It's like it's sticking halfway
Your
out.
turban, yeah.
It's like
It's an interesting feather in your cap.
oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
I have my fan.
Also,
Right.
Also, Cyrus is still totally barefoot, so just letting you know in case that becomes relevant at some point.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're probably better off climbing down barefoot, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can climb through these things. And you've got a proximity sensor, right?
Yeah, she's going to take out her proximity sensor, and she's actually gonna go ahead and like switch it to active mode, which gives an extreme range and gives a +2 bonus to observation to see if anyone is there. But also, if anyone else is doing scans, they will be able to pick up on my sensor.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's a +2 technology.
Okay.
Yeah, I can test technology to find hidden things in the surrounding, and when I'm in active mode, I get a +2. It makes it easy.
Okay.
But also, if anyone else has sensors, they'll be able to detect me.
Okay. Let's see. You can. Okay, so I guess what you're saying is you can use technology instead of observation when you're
Yes.
Okay. Sure, go for it.
And
Make
that's
it, make it.
and it does an extreme range.
Yeah. So because this is actually a hard test, so it's at -2. So I guess it's just a flat test because you got +2 with that.
Okay, makes sense to me. And test technology.
Oh, nice.
Limited success.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah. So you're making your way down with this thing. It's like beep, beep, beep. It's slimy and dirty, and you're wondering like how the air in the station smells so good based on what the air smells like here. It kind of smells like damp sweat socks as you're kind of climbing through this through these shafts, kind of shining your lights down. If you have like a flashlight or whatever, and you're using your proximity sensor as you move down. You come, it's like a series of like ladders, then platforms of ladders, and you're kind of making your way down. At each level, you look around. You don't see any sign of anybody having gone left or right or whatever. So you keep going down, figuring that that's your best bet. And eventually, you actually get something on your sensor. It looks like there's a fan down here, and it's if something gets like bent in a fan, it's like going like it's like acting. It's not going full speed. So there's like 3 fans here, 3 very large fans. The one in the middle, which is pretty much right below the ladder, seems to be skipping. And as you move down to investigate it, you can see the reason why. There is a pretty mutilated body that is being tossed back and forth within this fan system. What remains of it, anyways. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. So everybody roll insanity.
Ooh.
No.
Oh boy.
My
Yeah.
sensor
You will, as you're kind of getting close to this thing, realize that this is a pretty unsteady space, and everybody here can test dexterity. I'm not going to say what's going to happen if you fail, but there's a giant fan below you.
I would like to pray to the icons.
That's a good idea. Okay, good, yeah.
The icons
Oh boy.
have let me down.
Yes, they have. Holy crap. How about the rest of you? How did Vermont do?
I'm gonna pray to the icons.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, dancer, lend me some grace.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm-
There's a 6. One
Okay,
success.
yeah. Oh boy. So only our hold on. How about
Saeed
Rahman
made
there?
it.
Rahman, roll me a dexterity there. Oh no.
Oh no.
Would you like to pray to the dancer?
Oh yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh man.
That's
All right, the
end of
2 of you
Ramon.
guys tumble down. Your hand slips. Maybe one of you slips, and the other one kind of tries to help the other one, and you both you plummet
Ooh.
into yeah. Good. What?
No,
Do you-
I don't know. I was gonna say like Cyrus is watching her sensor or whatever, and I don't know, I don't know. Never mind. I can't think.
Okay.
Like she's watching her sensor and she's like, "Hey, my sensor says that one of the fans are damaged ahead," and then she hears a creak and she's like, "Dancer, save me!" And then there's a bigger creak and she's just like, "Screw you, Dancer."
Oh. Okay. All right. So you both fall. You can make another dexterity. If you fail this one, you're going into the fan. If you succeed, you're going to just have dropped something, and you know what you're dropping.
Yeah.
One of you is dropping an accelerator pistol, and the other one is dropping a yeah.
Can I grab one of them
I was gonna say,
as an
can we help?
assist?
Yes, if you'd like to, at risk of you falling as well. Rahman looked like he failed, so it's some more. You want
Nice knowing you, Ramon.
to? Yeah, you can absolutely try to grab them. You would have to make a force check.
Can I give a command like Saeed gets to say grab them?
Sure, why not?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That's three sixes on that.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can add up to 3 dice there to your pull. Did you both fail again?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to ask, is Saeed helping Cyrus or Rahman?
I guess he was going to see.
Ramon.
Of course. Of
Because
course.
he went
Of course
first.
you are.
Okay, yeah, you grab him. Rahman, you drop your accelerator pistol.
Well, I figure he's falling past me since I was in front of him.
Yeah, he's
I-
going like, he's like, walking along, crawling alongside Amira, and you hear him scream, "Ah!" and you hear the tumble of a man falling through the ducts.
Okay, so you drop your accelerator pistol, and it is destroyed in the fan.
Yeah.
What have you got there, Saeed, that you can drop since you?
I think he got me on my ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Saeed has just discovered that Rahman is bald.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the turban falls off with the pistol in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are you
and-
holding anything that you could have dropped there?
I'm not holding anything, really. I didn't come with anything.
Okay. Well, then I will let you get away.
My
with this then.
talisman falls off my neck.
No, it's fine. Okay, so accelerator pistol falls. That's fine. That's enough. You already lost your gun last time.
Yes.
All right. How about go for it?
Did I get any
sorry.
help?
You
I
won't be
could
able to
try
help
to
two
help
people.
you, Cyrus, but
Yeah. No, you made a command check. That was your move.
Yep, I made the command.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
However, there is adjudicator there, so she will help you if you fail. But I don't know.
Okay.
So hopefully you won't. Oh, God. Okay.
My accelerator pistol falls, and like I reach out with my foot, going, "Dancer, please!" And I'm gonna try and catch it with my foot as I pray to the dancer.
Yeah.
That is expensive.
It's not your
equipment.
accelerator pistol though. It's your proximity sensor.
Yeah, proximity
and-
sensor. I give up.
Wow.
All right. Oh wait.
Rahman, as she's falling down, he instinctively, reflexively tries to grab her as well.
You're not gonna. You won't be able to do that. So
It's
the
like a
adjudicator can
chain
do
of
it, though.
monkeys.
Well, yeah, exactly. Let's see if the adjudicator can help you here. She's got. Let's check our force. You might be having two metal arms. Let's see. Nothing wrong with that. Where are you, adjudicator? She's pretty strong, so. But yes, you're exactly that. You're all collapsing down the. How many dice did you use there of the command? All of them? Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because, I mean, adjudicator is part of your group so right now, so she could have used him as well. She has 3 force, and her strength is 4, so she has 7. Let's see if she can grab you. Let's see. Advanced dice.
Drum roll, please.
Exactly. This is a big one. Okay, so she's rolling 7 d6s. Target number is it the greater than, right? Okay.
It's the one where the mouth is pointing to the left. Lesser than, I believe. Is that lesser than or
Okay.
greater than?
Yeah. Target number is greater
Greater
than 6. Yep. And oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
I got someone down as well.
Yeah, you go tumbling on. So you're gonna take a critical injury. Do you want to roll it? I feel like you should roll it yourself.
No, I will use my talent.
Oh.
I have my talent, my icon talent, My icon is the Lady of Tears.
Okay.
And I can get back up after having been broken or stressed, immediately restored to 1 HP or MP. Alternatively, you can use this to ignore the effects of a critical injury when you suffer one.
Nice. All right, yeah. So you come
Oh, man.
crashing down. I guess explain how the Lady of Tears saves you from going right into this blades. This as you crash down onto the metal floor right next to this fan.
So as I'm like going down, uh, like uh, like I just kind of like reach out my robotic arm that has my Lady of Tears tattoo on it, and I just happen to randomly grab like a an indentation in the wall, which is made to be like a vent port, and as I grab it, like I still come crashing down, but like like basically the hatch swings open and like allows me to catch. So like I just hit the top of the fan, like just like in the middle or whatever. So the blades are under me.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, you would still take 1 damage,
Okay.
but it's non-lethal and it'll heal back in 10 minutes, so it's probably not going to be relevant. But yeah, you are now down by the fan, like maybe several meters below everybody else who's kind of trying to get back on the ladder. Unfortunately, your proximity sensor has been destroyed, as has Ramon's accelerator pistol. You can see the remains of this person who clearly didn't have the Lady of Tears on their side, and they are basically, yeah, they're hamburger for the most part. You can kind of make out that it's you can make out that it's a guy, a person, I should say. But there's not much you can really tell because they're bouncing around the fan. Yeah, everybody else can move down if you'd like.
Cyrus will like take the Lady of Tears neck talisman that Saeed gave her in the beginning, and she's just gonna like kind of say a silent prayer to herself and like kiss it and like rub her tattoo.
Nice. Are you gonna eat it? It's made out of sugar. You probably need
I'm
it after
ordering
that.
a good one.
Oh, okay.
It's not one of my crappy made ones. Only really special people get those.
I think
Nice.
the icons that you two are all right. My goodness.
Yes.
Good job, Saeed.
You saved my life, Said.
Well, no. You can look at it that way.
Well, then,
But that's
thank the
fine.
icons.
Yes. Thank the icons.
But Cyrus, I was certain that she was going to fall down and become minced meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
like when she grabs that vent and everything, like that fake skin she had just kind of like rips.
I would say that was definitely a divine intervention as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Cyrus, is there some way you could shut down that fan temporarily?
Can I?
Are you well enough?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can do. I have my
Yep.
advanced tools with me. Well, would I have my advanced tool? I don't. I guess I would have carried that. I have my computer with me in my proximity sensor. Sure.
Well, you're not anymore. You're not in the proximity sensor.
Oh yeah, I got. I'm gonna
That's
have to
right.
delete that now. Man,
Yeah.
I am really upset about that.
Yeah, you can make a straight up technology test though, if you want to try to disable the fan to get the remains of the body out.
Okay.
No.
No, I can't find a way to shut this fan down. We're gonna have to get someone to override it.
Okay.
Yeah, the adjudicator can call in to have it done, and a team will be able to come recover the remains. But you just won't be able to get them right now unless you want to wait. You can progress further down though if you're trying to. In fact, when you look down, you can actually see that if you take the hatch that's like between these fans, you'll drop down. You'll be in a hallway. You'll be back like in the main station, in the core somewhere.
I would
Okay.
ask the adjudicator though to like have them test the blood of those bodies against the blood from the apartment, and
Yeah.
and make sure
Yeah.
she gets us the results.
She says, "Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense." And she says, "I can wait here. For
Are there
the crew
any
to come if you want to continue forward."
Are there any exposed wires, like the power wires, that we could cut?
No, but the adjudicator kind of you can't see her face because she has a helmet on, but she just kind of turns towards you.
Mhm.
I was gonna say
Cut
these
the
are like,
power to the AC system in the.
yeah, these are like.
I mean, I
these
did my
turbines,
technology
right?
check, so if Cyrus hears that, she's gonna say all these wires don't have any I can't read the thing the door hatch the paper's faded. I can't make out anything.
Yeah, if you were to try to, I mean, there's wiring in here, but it's like thicker than your body, basically. It's like big, huge wire things. I mean, this is like the power for the entire space station run through here. And of course, Judicator does not want you cutting power lines. They'll
Yeah.
turn it off.
Circle
You'll just have to wait. I mean, they're gonna have
Yeah.
to do the test anyways. Do you want to wait here until that's done so the Judicator can stay with you, or are you guys gonna move forward?
We'll suffocate a quarter of the station, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, how dangerous does it look if we're trying to progress?
Oh, you
forward?
wouldn't go through the fan. You can basically go right. You're on like a platform now with these 3 large fans.
Okay.
This one is blowing up, and then there's 2 that are blowing down. And you actually can look through the fan, and you can see maybe 10 meters below you is a hallway. You can actually see people down there. So you
Nice.
would use there's like a hatch. You would just have to open the hatch and drop down. So you could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
Well, Raman goes through.
Yeah, I'd say let's move on. The adjudicator, we can meet up with her later.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you have a
Hopefully.
direct comm link with her,
I mean,
and she says once we get this, good.
can Cyrus get out of where she's at?
Yeah, you just crashed on the ground, right? Everybody's next to you now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't go into the actual fan. If you did, you would have been hurt probably. But thankfully, Lady of Tears came through for you. So yeah, you basically can open this hatch. So you imagine there's like a flat area and there's these 3 very large fans. One was right below which OSHA wouldn't like that, but it was like right below the ladder. But if you just go off to the side, you can open the hatch, and there's when you open it, like a ladder drops down, so you can climb down into the into the hallway if you want. Then you're in the core basically if you want to do that. So you're not in the tubes anymore.
Sure.
Well, now we need to get changed.
Yeah, you guys, you jump down. You're in the core now. Of course, there's all kinds of unrest and stuff going on. It's not really where you are. You look around and you see a few things here. You actually see the a sign that it says Order of Pariah Sanitarium, and there's an arrow,
Oh.
as is often the case.
Well, I still don't want to go there all mucky.
Perhaps the icons are showing us the way.
Yeah, I mean, you can go back to the elevators and go back up to the spire, if you like, or you can go back up the way you came, depending on how you want to operate.
Shall we
Yeah,
take the elevator back up to the spire?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, we shall.
And Raman rubs his head. It's a little bit breezy out here. I missed my turban.
Yeah,
And he
what
smiles.
happened there?
What?
What is this? I mean, we've been flying together how many years? And this is the first that I've seen this.
Well, it is not customary for me to go outside without wearing my turban.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll buy you a new one.
Well, thank you, Saeed. But I do have many, many of them. But I do not understand. The man whose sight us recognized right before the camera shut off. He's a famous man, is he not?
Very famous. He's the ambassador of the Zenithian hegemony.
Yes, but where did he go?
Well, that's what we need to find out.
And another thing is that the ones who seem to have interfered with the camera and all has all the total signal of Order of Pariah.
It does,
So-
which makes me suspicious that everything is a little too neat here.
Now, as you know, I served 2 tours with the Zenithian Corps. Zenithians and the Order does not get along too well.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's correct. That's why I eventually do want to go talk to some of the other courtesans of the temple. Kassar is an ambassador, and many ambassadors have used the services of the temple in the past. And you know what people can say during pillow talk.
Saeed
don't
just
think-
looks at her.
I don't think Saeed knows.
Well, of course not you, darling.
Said, you also served the tour, didn't you?
And I served the legions, yes. So I'm afraid, I probably have more friends on the other side than you do.
That's true.
Uh,
Well, what do you have to say, Cyrus? What do you make of all this?
Consorts still have pillow talk?
Courtesans always listen during pillow talk, darling. It's one of our many arts.
I mean, I was just surprised that there's no pillow talk during. But yeah,
We
I
are
mean,
what we need to be.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think right now. This whole thing just seems to get more and more confusing. I guess at this point, it just seems like we're going deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole here.
That's
Well,
true.
before we get too deep, why don't we go shower down?
Cyrus, what was the name of that man?
Don
The-
Quasar?
Yes,
Johara
yes,
Kesar. Yeah.
I was close.
yes, yes. We have a lot to think on.
Yeah.
Like Cyrus, like pulls the dress from like being like so she can untie it and like let it fall again, and it's like covered in like grime and there's like rips and stuff all over it, and she's like, I don't worry, Amira, this will it'll just wash out.
We can just recycle that one. We'll get a new one. Always clothes to be had.
Says the
And,
1%.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And then
She's a
Cyrus,
courtesan. She always has what
and
she
then-
needed.
and then Cyrus kind of starts patting herself and is like, oh crap, I just remembered, I left those heels back at the apartment.
Where'd you leave them?
Back at the apartment.
Oh, the emissaries?
Back or wherever that computer was, because that's where I took them off so I could go down the stairs.
Mhm.
I'm sure if we talk to the adjudicator, she can send them along with the test results.
Yep, that's what we'll do. We don't want people thinking they're part of the crime scene, Cyrus.
Yeah, no.
Well, whoever that survived the encounter is likely in the custody of the Order of Pariah. Do you think they are perhaps hiding in the sanitarium?
It's very possible.
Well, what's the plan, boss?
Well, we need to talk. We need to talk to the Order of the Pariah. They, boy,
I do not
it's
think
just
they
all
would
so
be
neat
forthcoming.
that it makes me think it's a setup. You know my suspicious brain.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
And now that I know that Kassar is involved in the hegemony, that could mean the secret police, the Asterban. That could mean a lot of things. So we have a lot to think on. I think we need to talk to somebody in the order, and I also need to talk to people at the temple. I think those are our next steps.
Yes.
My temple, Alam's temple.
And a shower.
Yes,
Yes.
shower first, darling. Of course,
And-
always shower first.
And a new turban.
Get that. You would know for sure that you could very easily, when you get back to your place, which takes longer than expected because there's still quite a bit of rioting and protesting and stuff happening. I mean, it's been, what, a little more than 24 hours maybe since the emissary has gone missing. So as you're going through the core, you've got to kind of take the long way around to avoid as much as possible. But once again, when you get to the elevators for the spire, there's guards there, and of course you have your identification. They kind of look at the group, and they're just like, "Oh, it must be worse than we were hearing. I hope you're all right."
We're fine. Just greatly in need of a cleanup, darlings.
Yeah. So they nod and let you onto the elevator, and you can head back to your apartment to get yourself all ready for the next thing you want to do.
Okay. Is Althea still there?
At your apartment? Yeah, you left her there, right?
Yeah.
Yep, she's there.
Okay, just want to make sure that she's still.
And like we get in, it's like it's been broken into. There's blood everywhere.
No, I always have to ask.
I'm going to ring Nana and see if I could take a shower at her place. I'd hate to overload the showers at Amira's.
Yeah, I mean, she's up here, so she lives in the spire, so you can definitely do that. Yep. She's like, good idea.
See, I said I'm ready for my photo op.
Yeah.
Raman walks up to Cyrus and he sighs and says, that was my only accelerator pistol. I do not know where I would find another one.
You could probably find one like anywhere that sells guns. However, do you have any idea how much that proximity sensor cost?
Well, it sounds like you and I both need to go shopping. That pistol that I've been carrying it for the past 5 years. It saved me on many occasions, I must tell you.
I wonder if I could log this proximity sensor as a needed item for ship maintenance.
Are you saying you need my license? Is that what you're saying?
Are you licensed there?
Yeah, pistol, you need a license.
Yeah, if you want to buy one, you definitely get a license. Yeah, you can get licensed. What did you say? It was 1,000?
Yeah, I'm licensed.
Yeah, you are, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ramon, if you're carrying around a weapon, you probably would think you're licensed. But if you're not, you better spend 1,000 beer and get yourself licensed because you do not want to get caught with a gun.
I don't have enough money to get another proximity sensor.
Yeah, how much are they? I was looking for them.
1,200.
1,200. Oh yeah, we can.
Page 121.
121.
As soon as Cyrus says she doesn't have enough money, Raman says, "Well, the winning money that I got from the races, that would certainly cover some of the costs. I will spot you the money. No, as a matter of fact, I shall sacrifice my money for your purchase."
You can do that, but I would take it out of the ship funds because it's kind of important we have one of those. So it's up to you two how you want to do it.
No, it shall be my gift to Cyrus.
I think we could just take it out of the ship funding. I mean, I really think that's the kind of thing that this is supposed to cover.
Are you
no need
certain?
for you to no need for you to sacrifice this time, my friend.
Well, then I shall use it another time. But I ought to get a license. Truly.
Yeah, you should. It's 1,000 beer. You could have already done it. Just mark it off your money. And then you'll just have to buy it.
I will mark that 1,200 off the ship money, Cyrus, so that you can buy one.
If we use that, if we pay the 1,000 or
Because you still got to get the talent
for the license. Yeah, like does that give us the talent or
No.
we
It just
have
means
a
that you
license
have
for only
a license for the Coriolis space station. Yeah, you might. Yeah, it's probably worth your while to get the talent as well because then the license carries you everywhere. But this is just if you want to buy something on the space station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
if you have the licensed talent,
I have the international license. Everybody
yeah,
else
and you
has the
also
local license.
exactly right. They're just allowed to carry the space station. Yours is for the whole third horizon.
Okay. Well, I'm still not gonna spend that much, but yeah. Thank you for covering the cost of a proximity sensor. I'll definitely get one after I get a shower.
I'll go to the wall safe and open up the weapons locker, and I'll get out my little pistol for him. Of course, I'm snapping the incredible scope that's off the top of it, but I will leave the silencer on it.
Is it an accelerator pistol?
It's an auto pistol.
Okay. Yeah, he says, "Oh, an auto pistol. It shall have to do for a little while until I get a accelerator pistol."
Okay, well, if you don't want it, that's fine.
No.
I can-
I feel naked without a pistol. Yeah, he takes it and says, "Thank you, Saeed.
Yeah, I'll give you the sensor scope too with it.
Thank you very much, Saeed." And he puts the sensor scope on.
You're just borrowing this, right?
Of course. By the way, how much did you pay for this nice piece of equipment?
It's something I picked up along the way.
Let's
This is
see.
this is an old Legion artifact.
Yeah, and as soon as it's in his hand, he's like, checking the weapon like an expert with firearms, and he's like, oh, the barrel size and everything, and says, "I'm impressed. This is a fine weapon indeed."
Yeah,
And,
it's got a sensor scope on it, so it gives
Yes,
you.
I see it over here. I shall be certain to return this to you as soon as I get my own.
He said very well, and I'll give him one of the quick loads for it too. So you have a reload.
Nice. Is it possible for him to, briefly go out and get these licenses and a pistol of his own?
Why
Yeah,
would
I
it?
mean, I will say that it's not going to be easy to be able to buy a pistol in the middle of the space station during riots. But if you want to have already been licensed, you can be, because we mentioned it before, and if you just didn't, maybe you just didn't realize. But yeah,
Cool.
you could have just already have done it. So you can just mark that money off in your license. But buying a pistol is going to be tricky at this point because there's like a lot of shit going on. You might have to get like in other words, it's going to cost like triple because supply and demand. All right, so you do that. What's your plan? Do you turn on the news so I can read another box text?
Yes.
Yes, we definitely need to turn the news because I've been, yes.
Okay, good. Breaking news. All right. Correspondence. Jela Karaya is standing on the promenade outside Wahab's. Next to her stands Judicator Akubu Kosha, who you know, shifting uncomfortably in the limelight. Over to our correspondent Jela, who has more information about the shooting at Wahab's. Thank you, Jela. That is correct. I have with me Judicator Kosha, who is in charge of the investigation. My sources tell me that the victim of the shooting at the cantina here behind is not the first so-called mystic that has been killed recently. Is that true, Judicator? That is true. Is it true that you have linked the events of today's 7 to 7 other murders? That is correct. And isn't it probable that more bodies will surface during your investigation, as over a dozen new mystics have reported missing? We will not speculate about the investigation at this time. Many of the new mystics choose to leave their old lives behind, which could be a factor in contributing to the disappearances. What is your comment on the rumor that only first-come people have been affected by the mystic disease? I cannot comment on that. Can't, wait, or won't, or not allowed to. Can't. I don't know. Going back to the 6 victims you've examined so far, what can you say about their backgrounds? That it would appear that the surface your rumor might be holed up so far, but that doesn't mean... Thank you, Judicator Kosha. Back to you, Jala. And then there's basically a circle of people talking about basically that they're speculating on that everyone who seems to be struck with the mystic disease is a first come. And they're starting to connect a bunch of murders that have happened with this kind of conspiracy, if you will. That at first all these murders had seemed each set their separate case, but now they seem to be saying that there's definitely something going on here. And you catch the name of the person that was killed, and it rings familiar to you. It's a slightly older lady by the name of Kamina.
Oh no.
Shot
that's
dead
pretty devastating for her.
labs. Yeah.
For Amira, as I had Saeed carry her out of there. So yeah, that's pretty
She
horrific.
slept in my bed.
She did.
Yeah. Apparently, from what you can tell, she was shot down at Wahib's cantina. And the witnesses essentially were saying that she was seemed to maybe be hiding in there, like low key. But yeah, somebody in kind of heavy clothing with face covering, which isn't that. I mean, literally ran in, shot her down, and ran out.
That's really upsetting. We need to find out what's happening and stop these people. They shouldn't be killing mystics just for being mystics. Have we heard anything more about the song? Have we anything? Have we checked?
Yeah, you could check on that. People are still reporting that they heard it. It's still kind of the same thing. Nothing new. You don't hear it anymore. I guess I should have mentioned that. Like once you left once you started crawling through the tunnels and stuff, you stopped hearing it, and you don't hear it now.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like people are saying they can hear it, more that they did hear it.
Okay. All right, we need to do some investigating.
Okay.
We need to go talk to the order, and like I said, let's talk to the temple. So,
Okay.
you guys,
Sorry, go.
no, I was going to ask who wants to, if we want to go all together, or if you guys would prefer to talk to the order while I talk to the courtesans and see what I can find out about Kassar.
I mean, you know how good all of us are at talking, Amira.
I do not think the order will be forthcoming without you being there.
Okay, let's go talk to them then.
Can we pick up a new proximity sensor along the way?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
Anything you
it's
buy
very
now is going to
exciting.
be good. Actually, you know what? Make a culture check. Whoever has the best, which is probably a mirror. It's going to be at least double the price. It'll be triple if you fail the check.
I don't know, Amira, do you have more than one culture?
I have many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see.
Amira's like a bacteria dish over there.
Yes. No, I have 3 plus 5 is 8 culture. So
Nice.
Nice.
Ramon, did you get my note?
Yes.
1, 2 successes.
Okay, so it's going to be double the price if you want one now. Because everybody's buying them. All the preppers are buying them to make sure nobody raids their houses. But you can
Do
find
you
one.
need it right now?
I mean, I guess we don't need it right now.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna wait.
Don't want it right now. We can wait. Yeah.
No, I mean it's fine. We'll wait.
Okay. Prices will
Yeah.
come down again, my dear, and we'll be able to get you one. I promise.
No, why do we do this as players? Like, if this were a bar tab, we wouldn't hesitate spending that much. Fuck it, I want my proximity sensor now.
Raman steps up. It's like I will add my gold.
Ow.
Yeah,
You want
and
to take Ramon's gold and pay double the price? That's but the ship will give you 1,200 beer.
I will spot you 1,200 beer. You're my friend after all, Cyrus. And
It's fine.
what crew would have you walk around without a proximity sensor?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever, I'll wait.
She does not want you to have that experience point. All right, so
And he winks at Amira. We have we'll save some money.
We're going to the
Okay.
order of the pariah after we change, I think is what we've decided.
Okay, yeah. So everybody's getting, on new clothing and getting themselves prepared to head down to the sanitarium to meet with the
Yes.
order,
Yes.
the Samaritans. Okay, cool. All right, good. Let me get down to that page because, of course, I was reading the other one because I thought you were going to the other place first. All right. So yeah, you know where it is. You were just there, but you go a much neater way this time. And sure enough, when you come to the sanitarium, it's actually not that far. I think I had said it was lower, but it's actually not that far from the student dorms and stuff. So where you had been, where you had gone to Noah's apartment. So when entering the main gate, one finds themselves in a large foyer where one must state one's business. That's 3 ones in the same sentence to be allowed further. Okay, so there's basically it's marble floor, marble walls, high arched ceilings. It's big and beautiful and clean and white, which of course, after coming out of the craziness that was the the core, it's very chill in here. So yeah, you come up and there's actually is she the one that's greeting you? Nope. The person greeting you is this guy, Brother Jarmus. Brother Jarmus is at he's like at like a little reception counter, and when he sees you coming, he steps out, and he kind of walks towards you with his arms, his hands out, and he says, welcome, I am Brother Jarmus. All are welcome at the sanatorium. Are you injured? Do you need immediate help, or do you seek to be healed in another way? Perhaps you have a great burden that you'd like to shed.
Well, Brother Jarmus, that's his name, Jarmus.
Jarmus, Jarmis, Jarmus.
There is a burden on my soul.
While Amira is talking to this guy, how many other people are around?
In the lobby, you see 2 other people. There is a young lady who seems to be. She was actually. She's like milling around, like maybe she's waiting for something. She's dressed in simple clothes, but very fine. And she has the gold makeup on her forehead, stuff you would recognize as kind of like a fashionable kind of probably a fairly wealthy Zenithian. Is how you'd place her. She's young. She's like maybe 20, maybe a little younger. And you also see like an older gentleman. He's dressed in kind of common clothes, and he's holding in his hand like a handkerchief. And as you kind of look over at him, he's kind of like, and he's like sitting on a bench, and he kind of looks up and he gives like that smile. He's like,
Do either of these people look like they work here, or like they're just here for other reasons?
They do not appear to be dressed as priests or Samaritans now.
Is there a computer around that Cyrus can see?
No, you do not see any computers here. You would imagine
No
there's one at the
terminals
reception.
Okay.
You would imagine there's probably one behind the reception desk, but you cannot see it.
Okay. Cyrus is going to say to Ramon, cover me. And she's going to walk over towards the reception desk. There's no one there, right?
He immediately stops you.
I mean, Amira's
He-
talking
he-
to him. I was hoping.
And
Amira would
he
distract
immediately stops you.
him. Okay.
This is his job. He's not an idiot. If you try to walk past him, he puts his arm out and he says, "Please, sister, be patient." And then he
Oh,
looks back at
sorry.
me.
She says, I would prefer not to discuss it out here in the lobby. Is there someone here who specializes in healing wounds of the soul?
Of course, we all specialize in such. We could make an appointment for you. What is your name, sister?
Amira.
He kind of he'd buzz his. Come, Amira, let us find someone for you. And he kind of walks. It's like a half dozen steps back to the reception counter. He picks up a tablet, and he swipes. He says, "I could have one of the brothers speak with you." Let's see. Yes. Brother Luca is available. Let me ring him. He presses a couple buttons, and then he says, "If you would like to sit down, would you like a drink?"
If you have any chai, I would love a chai.
Yep, he nods, and then he kind of he touches something on the tablet, and then he turns now to Cyrus. How may I help you, sister? Are you here because you are physically hurt, or do you need healing of the soul?
Yeah, my arm earlier, I think I might have used it to lift something a little too heavy. My shoulder is kind of hurting now. She says that she's like her robot arm, but like the top shoulder part's still human. So she's got a little pain right in here.
Do you think you would be okay to wait, or would you consider this an emergency?
I mean, I guess I could wait for just a moment.
A moment. All of life is a moment. And he looks. He says, yes, okay. Well, it seems the surgery is being used currently, but we can attend to you later, or you could make an appointment to come back if you are not gravely injured."
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll just come back when it seems less busy. I'm sure with the raids and everything going on, you guys have your
Well,
hands
let us make an
full.
appointment for you. What is your name, child?
Uh, my name is Ellis.
Okay. He lifts up his
El-
tablet and he scans your face. Ellis, yes?
LSD.
Okay. He types it in. He says, it doesn't come up in the files here. Have you been treated before? Clearly you've been injured. You kind of look at your arm.
Yeah, this is old thing back on my home planet. Had this taken care of.
Oh, where are you from? I think I pick up an interesting accent.
Oh man, now I got in the middle of this. Now I'm trying to leave and he won't let me. Yeah, I'm from Mira. That's right.
Yes.
That's actually where I'm from Mira.
Yep, yes you are.
Yeah. Skirted the stations around there. Picked up this baby along the way. Like I said, it's really no big deal. I'll come back later.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, sweetie. There's really no reason for us to be here, Cyrus will say, and she was gonna grab Ramon's arm.
Yes, of course. And is Amira in that same room? Amira and
Yeah,
Saeed,
it's like a big
still-
lobby. I mean, she went to go sit down. You look over and you see that there's a young woman bringing out a tray with some chai on it.
I would nod at you two to leave if you guys want to go. At this point, you can go.
Yeah,
Please
Raman takes Cyrus in her arm and says, "Oh, so more dessert, right?
Right.
And perhaps we could look for your item." Yes, and he heads out.
Maybe. And as they're heading out, she's like, I want that computer.
So why refuse? I'm willing to buy it for you.
No, not the proximity sensor. I want in their computers.
What do you propose? If you want me to
I don't
create
know.
a
He has a
distraction,
tablet. He has a tablet. I don't know how we could get it.
I'm uncertain how we could just simply grab it. Could we? And he looks at her.
He seems to be pretty protective of it.
Well, let's leave everything to Amira. And I am so tempted.
Let's circle the building. Let's just look around.
All right, let's do that first.
You're
But
gonna
I'm
hang out
telling
in the
you-
lobby.
But
No.
I'm telling you, I think we might be able to create a distraction, and I could perhaps grab that laptop or the device and run away from here. I think it's a very good idea.
I think let's like we're walking out, so I think we should let's look around the outside of the building, see if we can find a way to the top, because I may just be able to find a terminal or something up there.
If you insist. And he looks completely dejected.
Oh, come on. This will be just as much fun as your idea. Just imagine if they have security that asks us while we're on the roof.
Well, more talking. Very well, I'll go with you. And he's walking out with Cyrus.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you could leave. I mean, it's basically, this is the only entrance to the building that you see. You can't really go around it because it's like set into the wall. But you find that out when you go outside looking around. But in the meantime, what happened with Saeed? Those two suddenly became a couple and walked away. The priest looks at you. The brother looks at you. He says, "How can I help you, my brother? Are you injured of the body, or do you need help with problems of the soul?"
I said, no, I am with her. I am her chaperone.
With Mira.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So he says, "I see." Oh, and he just kind of like motions for you to go to her if you want.
I will.
And then he walks up to the guy who's coughing, and he kind of checks on him. He doesn't seem like he's checking him in. Like the guy seems like he's probably been there already. He's just like checking on to make sure he's okay. Mira, they bring you chai.
I intercept the chai.
Oh.
I take a sip. I swirl it around in my mouth, and I go, I think this is fine.
The woman who you snatched it from, who's a very young girl, maybe of like 16 years old, she looks and she says, she like kind of just like she's like, would you like some chai, brother?
No, I was just taste testing.
Oh,
I see. How does it taste?
I think it tastes well.
Yes. Thank you.
Or
She
I
smiles.
taste well. It tastes good.
She kind of cocks her head a little bit, and she says, "Oh, you're here for the troubles of the mind. I understand. Forgive me." And then she kind of like does like a little like back up bow thing and turns around and walks away.
oh my dear. I do love you so, Saeed. May I have my chai now, please?
Yes, you may. Not that you had to ask, but we have to keep up appearances, don't we?
Exactly. And she'll take it and she'll start sipping it. It is very good.
It is very good, actually. So outside the building, Rahman and Cyrus, you realize what I told you. Basically, that it's set like into the wall. There's no really way. I mean, you could probably get around it somehow, but it would be like going like down a few blocks to like come around. It's a huge building. The sanatorium is just gigantic. It's like essentially an entire city block.
I mean, like, is it? But is it a building? Like, does it have like a roof, or is it like built into the station or something?
Yeah, I mean, you could. No, it doesn't really have a roof. It's like in the station. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's in the. It's in the. It's in the core. So unlike the spire that has like these huge roofs. Actually, let me just check to make sure. Because I'm.
In the meanwhile, Raman goes, "So, Cyrus, in order to get the information on that little device that he carries, do you need any other device? Some sort of a communication device?"
No, I got my computer. I could use that. The sensor is only for finding where people are hiding.
I know you're very apt in gathering information in these algorithms. I just want to know if you were to access their information, do you need some sort of, I do not know, uh, a sensor that could?
No, I don't need a sensor for that.
No, I'm not talking about the proximity sensor, but some sort of a device that could hack into it.
I got my computer.
Do you need
Even
to,
without my computer, I'd probably still be able to do it.
how long do you need, or what do you need in order to use your computer to get that information in that device?
Yeah, I mean, physically connecting to it would be the best thing. Then I would only need a little time.
I remember you mentioning that you needed some distraction.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in mind?
Absolutely nothing yet. I mean, I've already made my play, so if I go back, they'll be suspicious.
So just to give you guys a little bit off, so just to make sure it's clear. So actually, it's not a huge building; it's just a huge area. And where you were kind of went into that entryway is actually open. You're kind of outside still at that point. There's just like a wall and gates around it. So when you walk out to look around, they can still see you because it's just basically a gate. And it's a series of a lot of buildings, all kind of grouped together. So I mean, theoretically, get up on top of one of them, but you'd have to get into the grounds first. There are skywalks and stuff that go over them, but they're quite high from the core. So like you could go up like 100 meters up and be able to. I mean, you could jump if you want to get up, but that would probably hurt. So it's not impossible to get onto a roof there, but it wouldn't. You'd have to sneak. It wouldn't be like something you just walk up and do. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I wanted the sensor before, or that tablet before, just for information, but now I need it because he scanned my face.
Yes, he did.
Did you have a good look at that scanning device or his laptop device
I mean,
or tablet
as good
device?
as good as I could get while he was using it.
Well, perhaps we can get a cheap one and swap it. I could bump into him and try to have you swap it with a cheaper one that we pick up from the market.
Yes,
It will work.
Yes, we're
I
gonna
am
try
certain it will work.
We'll try it.
It is risky, but
All right, so you guys are gonna go get a tablet. Is that
Yeah.
your plan? You're gonna okay. Make a culture check to
cheap
see
one.
if it's triple price or just double.
a cheap one.
Yeah, I think they were like 1,000 beer.
Ramon, you're paying for it. You might as well make the check. Do you have culture?
Make a culture check. He doesn't.
You don't have culture?
Yeah,
don't have
well,
culture.
then triple, I guess.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So it's like 3,000.
Hold on, let me see how much it is normally. I think they're usually around 1,000, right?
How much does he have?
The money was divided. You can pull money from the ship, but you're gonna have to ask your boss.
I wrote it down somewhere, but
Yeah.
If you have it on the Zoom sheet, it should be in character notes.
No, they're actually 2,000. So I mean, if you were to get a cheap one, we'll say that maybe 1,500 for like a junky one. But if you want one that looks like his, it's 2,000. So it costs you 6,000 currently.
Yeah. After going
not
over
gonna
there
lie.
and browsing it, and he says, um, Cyrus, doesn't seem like I have enough funds to sacrifice for you.
Mm. No, all right. Let's just
You guys are looking at it's like he had like an IBM one, and like you see them that are like IBN, and they're like less expensive.
If he were to try to pick out the IBN one or the one that's not functioning at all, how much would he need to spend?
I know
Total?
for well a broken one.
4,500? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
4,500?
4,500. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
I
too
mean
much.
it's not worth it. I mean,
it's a seller's market right now with the riots going on.
yeah.
It's
No.
like it's like toilet paper last year. Okay,
He's gonna
cool.
look-
Well,
he's gonna
that's
look
gonna take a
around
while.
for. He's gonna look
Yeah,
around
that's
for, like,
let's
encouragement.
yeah, no. It's
Yeah,
not worth
that's
it.
fine. You guys are doing that. You're spending some time doing that, so let me jump back before we wrap
Okay,
up.
that's fine.
Just to get, that's gonna take you a while to like look for a tablet. You have to leave and go to the markets, and so you are waiting a little bit, and then, oh my God, what did I say the guy's name was? That's the reason why I don't use the name. Brother
Which guy?
Jarmus. No, the guy that's supposed to talk to you.
Brother Luca. Brother Luca.
Luca. There we go. Okay. I knew I wrote down. Let me write down here. Luca. There's a bunch of them, so I wasn't sure which one. So yeah, Brother Luca. So yeah, after a little bit, Jarmus comes back to he walks over to you with his hands out. Sister, Brother Luca will see you now.
All right.
Was there anything that you need, sir, while you wait for your friend?
I'll be waiting with her.
In the lobby, Saeed. You wait in the lobby?
Yes, that where you want me to wait?
Oh, yes. I have something very personal to discuss with Brother Luca. So.
Well, then I'll be waiting here.
Okay. She'll give you the nod, like, I'll be all right.
And I give
Yeah.
you the raised eyebrows. Like,
And I'll
okay,
smile. The Amira smile.
Yes.
Yeah.
All this couple communication that going
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
You can see Luca's kind of looking between the two of you, like he's like a 30-year-old, very simple. They're all just simply dressed. I mean, they look like all the brothers are the same. And he says, "Come," and
Yep.
yeah, he leads you back, and that's where we'll leave it, I guess. You're about to see your brother Luca in the market. Your friends are buying a broken computer with some kind of harebrained scheme, and Saeed is sipping cold chai, I guess.
Your leftover chai.
Yeah. You're just pretending to because it's an empty cup.
Right. Yeah, and you see people coming in every once in a while. And Jarmus, reaches out and he greets everyone. He has that same kind of general greeting with everybody, and he kind of assigns them where they need to go. Yeah, that's where we'll leave it. And this is the final thoughts for anybody that they want to get out there before we stop. Oh.
Yeah, I have a final thought. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can also like Bandit on YouTube. And hit the bell notification, all that.
Well,
As
thanks,
for
Crystal.
Rahman, as for Rahman, he looks at Cyrus and says, "Cyrus, I want you to hit my face as hard as you can. Try to make
And we'll
it."
leave it.